everybody. Welcome. It's Thursday night. Welcome to Feast of Fandoms, Cantina Happy Hour. We're so glad you joined us. Pull up a chair, grab yourself a drink, and let's talk about some Star Wars. I am your host, David. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Good. I'm very excited to talk about Maul.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heck,
very excited.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you realize I've watched this now 3 times? 3 times.
Nice.
I watched it when it first came out. I watched it again last night, and then watched it again tonight.
Debbie is so excited. She's holding Sam Witwer hostage in her closet.
I believe it. It would not surprise me
I
at all.
wish.
At some point during the stream, we're just gonna hear, "Let me out!"
It's not funny anymore.
We're gonna hear, Debbie.
Also with us tonight is Andrew. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Just like Debbie, I am super excited to talk about Maul.
Awesome. And of course, from Cam in Focus, as he always is, Cam, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm tired, but I am very excited for this.
I was gonna say I saw your Facebook post, so I didn't watch it like the exact day that it came out. I had something else going on, and no. That's what
I know it was. It dropped in the morning.
It was dropped in the morning, and I wasn't going to watch it at work on my phone, so I had to wait till the evening. But Cam, you wrote something before I could actually sit down and watch it.
Oh, damn.
And no, you're fine. You're fine. It was spoiler free, and I just saw your Facebook post, so I was like, okay, all right, awesome. But again, we're talking about Maul tonight, because Maul Shadow Lord has dropped the first 2 episodes, which were amazing. And of course, we talked about this a little bit last week. We've already been greenlit for a season 2, which thank God.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. But let's just dive right on in, shall we? I don't think we have any other kind of news, do we? Nothing special?
Not really.
Let's go.
Awesome. All right, then. Maul starts off with a bang. I gotta say, again, the animation style of this one, just
they literally have pushed the boundaries.
It leveled up like 1,000%.
Yeah.
It's got more hard edges than Clone Wars does, which it just really serves to make it look a lot grittier.
Yes,
it really does, and it almost looks too like like with the Clone Wars, when they're moving around and when they're standing, there was very much you could tell it was animated. With this one, there were times where I was watching it, and just the movements, the fluidity of the characters, it was like, oh my gosh, that's a real person. It was almost like watching a rotoscope animation, to where it was like there's somebody behind it and they're just drawing over them, and so we're getting this real live feel to it, and it's not really real life. But there were several points in it, and maybe that comes with I was watching on my 4K TV. Maybe that comes.
I was gonna say this was a living room TV watch for me, because I knew that it was gonna be so good.
Dave, I think you're on your camera microphone.
Oh, not again.
I was gonna say they did such an amazing job with the animation. There were so many shots where I was like, oh, I would love this on my wall. Like Fisk, that's a great piece of art, like just so good.
And the music,
very reminiscent of John Williams.
Yeah.
Now, when
I got chills when Maul showed up.
When he showed up the first time, when he stepped off of that ship, they were, and I guess we better do what he says.
I was gonna. Oh, so good.
And he steps off, but he lights that lightsaber, and there's that. It was the duel of the fates. It wasn't a very subtle hint. It was a very in your face hint, but it was there. It's like, oh, here we go. Yes.
And he was doing as the kids say, aura farming. When they were shooting, everyone was shooting at him. He's just like boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh, so good.
And you want to know something that this show is making me realize? Besides the Phantom Menace, I mean, obviously Maul is known for his saber staff, Besides the Phantom Menace, we have almost never seen Maul with a saber staff again, except for the end of the Clone Wars.
Right. Because
Oh,
even
that's
all
right,
through,
yeah.
Well, and Rebels as well, but I mean, he really wasn't in Rebels very much anyway. And with this one, I mean, he has his saber staff back, and he is just messing fools up, and that's exactly what I wanted to see with this show.
Slicing and dicing.
And they're not holding back on like when he's.
No, they didn't
I mean,
sugarcoat.
I was gonna say, and I liked that. There, I thought it was.
this is what do we want to call this? An adult animation. This is definitely, and I don't mean like there's dirty language and there's
Right. It's not like a Clone Wars little kids show.
It's not a kids show.
It's a mature.
Mature would be a good, because I think teenagers could watch.
No, I mean, I let Sam sit and watch it with me.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. It's more mature than Clone Wars.
Yeah, exactly. It's not,
because in Clone Wars, a lot of deaths happen off screen until later in the show.
It's not a Saturday morning cartoon show.
No, it's a Monday morning.
This is a primetime cartoon show.
I tell you what, as y'all know, I took 4 days off. Nice. And so Monday, I did some stuff around the house, yada, yada, yada. And I sat down and I thought, well, I'm gonna watch some more ER because I'm still going through that. Disney Plus comes up, there's Maul right in my face, and I'm like, what? I was thinking it was gonna drop at night because I don't know if they ever said that when it was gonna drop.
No, they didn't. Which
time wise,
yeah.
So I was so happy I took Monday off.
Yeah,
I was even surprised when you told us. You were like, "Hey, Maul's out." I was like, "Oh,
no, it wasn't that. It was the Maul is out ! And then radio silence for like an hour. Don't you talk to me? Leave me alone.
Well, I didn't want to spoil anything, and
yeah.
I was trying to be courteous to my fellow co-hosts. But yeah, I was very glad I took Monday off because I'd have been pissed if I'd been at work and found out.
Yeah, you would have been like me. It's like, well, I'm not going to watch this stupid thing on my phone while I'm sitting here at my desk. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna have to wait till I get home, and then I'm waiting till I get home, and I'm really mad because it's just like.
So now on Mondays, I have to get up a little earlier so I can watch it before I go to work.
It is interesting that they are. I feel like it's the first show Disney Plus has done in a while, that Star Wars or Marvel, where they're dropping it in the morning. Like, not, it's not so much that it's a Monday, but just usually it's an evening. So
yeah,
it is interesting with this that they decided to do that.
I think they started doing that. That's just been real recently, because it seems like the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian were like that. It was just like it.
Yeah, they were like morning. Early morning.
It's like as soon as the clock turned over, it was like, okay, it's now the second.
Yeah, but I like the evening releases because it's like we're like all sitting down together to watch it. But it doesn't ruin the experience if it's a Monday morning. So I'm not complaining. So
yeah, well, you don't work on Mondays anyway, so it doesn't.
That's right, exactly.
You get away with it. I don't care that it's Monday morning.
I don't care it's Monday. Yeah. In the future, I'll care. So,
all right. So we're somebody refresh me. What's the planet? What are we on?
Janix.
Janix.
Janix. Janix.
Awesome.
Oh, the colors, the cyberpunk colors were so good.
I'll be perfectly honest. I thought we were on Coruscant.
I did too.
No, because several times. Well, I keep wanting to call him detective, and he's not. Captain Lawson.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting off calling the Empire in because once you call them in, they're going to lock down the planet like they do in Rebels, where, they come to a planet and they lock it down and they take over. He's trying to avoid that. So no, it's not Coruscant, it's Janix.
Well, it's not only him that's trying to avoid that. It's him and his superior. I didn't catch her name, but then also the governor too, because the governor wants to know and he doesn't want the Empire in here and blah, blah, blah. There's There's a lot of people that are against it.
I love the cop droids, specifically Two Boots. Hilarious. I gotta find who. Do you know? I wonder who voiced him because his voice sounded familiar. So I gotta check.
Lawson sounded familiar too.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm checking real quick.
But we get a little background on Lawson. Apparently, his wife has
Amsgrade.
Yeah.
Divorce, separated.
Yeah, I'm guessing something.
I mean,
like
I'm
that.
guessing we're going to get more into that because there seems to be friction between him and her that's causing friction between, and not a lot of friction, but friction in and of itself between him and his
Riley.
son. Yeah. Now, I'm going to throw a curveball, and maybe, he just said, I talked to mom today and she wants me to come and visit. And dad was like, oh, we'll talk about it, blah, blah, blah. We'll see what happens. But what if mom's in jail? And what if dad is the one that put her there?
No, I hadn't thought of that.
You're not leaving me. You're going to jail. No.
Just a thought. Or maybe, yeah. Anyway. So we find family dynamics. We find that nobody wants the Empire on the planet. And of course, all of these criminal enterprises are running all over the place. And the cops know about them. And they're almost like, it's almost like the cops aren't on the take, but they're more like, so long as they keep everything peaceful, we don't care. So long as there's no fighting, no warring between the factions, however many factions there are, we don't care. Just so long as peace is maintained, basically. And we don't have to get the Empire in here. Y'all can go ahead and do what you want to do, but we're going to have an issue if we have to call in the Empire. And of course, you get the who's going to... It was the Dark Knight beginning. I'll call it the Dark Knight beginning because the bank was robbed. And it's what's his name? Demas is Mars's moon. Demas was the one who'd be fool enough to rob Demas's bank, and it was like, it's a mob bank. Who was going to rob that?
I call it a fake bank heist because they were really after the supervisor droid.
Well, and really, really, yeah, they're after the supervisor droid, but also they're really trying to start a war between the two. I mean, there's underlying now. Did they take money? Heck yeah, they took money.
Oh,
because
yeah, of course.
You can't just break into a bank and not rob anything.
Tax write-off, Yeah.
Well, you've got to fund your
exactly.
Blaster bolts cost money.
Yeah.
You got to have some.
And you got to pay for your big bodysuit because you're like this tall.
Well, he's not the one that robbed the bank now.
Oh, well, that's true.
Who voiced him too? Because he was familiar. That voice was familiar too. I meant to look up all these.
Yeah, there were a lot of familiar voices. I liked the Spybot thing that kept flying around. It was like,
I love Spybot.
Yeah,
he's kind of like Chopper.
Yeah,
but at least I can understand Spybot. Chopper, right. I always had an issue with trying to understand what the hell he was saying. But Spybot, I can hear what he's saying,
and he's Spybot. Chopper was there, and he was good, but he was, to me, he was kind of silly. He was kind of we need him there to make it appealing to kids. Spybot's like,
he's evil.
Conniving and evil.
And he enjoys it.
Yeah.
He likes it.
Like Chopper. He's evil and he enjoys it.
Yeah, but
Chopper is more chaotic neutral, I'd say.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Chopper's a war criminal.
Yeah.
I guess technically so is Spybot, but
right.
Well, Spybot likes the war. Chopper just, participates.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's just there for the ride,
But again, all of this is just boiling down somewhere at some point. all of these factions have double crossed Maul, and basically he's plowing through getting his revenge. And we had some big names dropped. You had Black Sun dropped, Crimson Dawn, the Pikes, which made a big appearance in the Solo film. So so again, you're tying. Here's your poetry coming in. We're tying everything together, even though we're on a different planet. And honestly, too, just in these first 2 episodes, just in the first 2, I kept thinking to myself, what if? Just let's take a what if moment here. What if this happened on planet Tatooine, and instead of Maul, it was called the Book of Boba Fett? Now, this is what a crime lord should be. This is what he should be doing. Boba Fett was, I'm going to be a crime lord, but really he was wanting to be like an administrator or something, or a governor. But Maul is like, he's sneaking around. I don't want my presence known here. I want to remain in the shadows. I'm getting these factions against each other so that I can step in and have power. Blah 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 blah. This is the way that the Book of Boba Fett should have been done, as well as I'm not saying that this is not the way Maul should have been done. No, this is great, but this is the way Book of Boba Fett should have been done, where it was dark and sneaky and conniving, and him taking over a criminal empire from underneath or within.
Well, this kind of reminded me of what could have been with the canceled series 1313.
Yeah. Do you see
that was supposed to be all about the underground,
right?
And Bullseye from Daredevil was going to be like the main character in that game.
Huh?
Wilson, not the actor from Daredevil, plays Bullseye, was going to be the main character in that game.
Oh,
that was.
I was like, why would Bullseye be in Star Wars?
Wilson Bethel,
crossover of the century.
I'm telling you,
yeah, he's just a good guy, So
and then they'll cross everybody over in Fortnite and have a special season just for all of that.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then Andrew's mom's gonna go crazy. But yeah, we get into again. We tap into these 2 Jedi. I'm gonna say probably a master and an apprentice. Obviously a survivors of Order 66, because when gone am I, the last of the Jedi will you be, except for all of
except for about
Jedi.
15 of them.
Yeah, we're just gonna add to the number at this point, which is it's fine. I'm honestly okay with it. I had kind of wished, because this the little Twilight girl is very obviously going to play a larger role in Maul's thing, in Maul's grand plan. This is going to be his new apprentice, and honestly, I would not have minded. I see her master dying at some point in this series.
Ooh, what if Maul makes her fight him in?
Well, that's the thing, is I honestly would not have minded him seeing, because there was a point where she was captured, they were running off, and he saw her and she saw him, and then he turned around to help the other people. Now, it would not hurt my feelings at all if that was kind of like, you abandoned me, so this is why I'm turning. Maul is offering to stay with me and do all of this other stuff, but also having him die early on in the season, or early on in the series, to where that's just kind of the kicker for her to push her over to the kind of thump that she needs to get her pushed over to the dark side.
Yeah. I thought that moment with the food was kind of made me think of like Anakin, like typical kid, because the master's like, don't steal, just rely on a stranger. She goes over there, takes it, bumps into a joint and falls, and is like, I don't know how that got there. It just So Yeah.
Well, honestly, initially when I first watched it, I had to back it up because I didn't see her snag the fruit, and I didn't see, just because it was dark where I was watching, and it was like I couldn't see that she had grabbed the fruit, and then she bumped, and I was like, "What she got? She bumped and knocked things off the cart. Why are they accusing her of stealing stuff?" And then I was like, "Oh, okay." I had to, like I said, I had to back that up.
Yeah.
Oh, she did steal it. All right, well, she had it coming then.
Mm-hmm.
But and I thought too it was really good. And I'm gonna say probably too, even though he didn't really voice this opinion, both she and her master knew who Maul was. They recognized him. You know, she was just, she flat out said his name. She, "Oh, I know who you are," because I mean he was such a big deal in the Clone Wars. You know, it makes sense that they would know who he is.
Yeah, I'm curious to know like the extent to which they know who he is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much of his Sith background is public knowledge at that point. I mean, sure they know that he was he was active in the Clone Wars and he uses the dark side and blah blah blah. But I mean, do they know about Darth Sidious? Do they know about him being apprenticed to him? I mean, it's I'm curious to see how far they take that idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she did say, "I know what you are."
Mm-hmm. But again, yeah, it's like how much,
Yeah,
well,
how much of a backstory?
You theoretically she could know a lot. I mean, she may only know, yeah, exactly what was, he's just a dark force user and he was active during the Clone Wars. But it was brought out during the Clone Wars that Maul was the one that Obi-Wan fought on Naboo in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, blatantly stated in episode 1 that he was a Sith, and always too there are a master and apprentice. So I mean, she may know that he was a Sith at some point. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it all plays out.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we're gonna get at least 2 seasons into this thing. So
yeah.
And what are we? Hang on,
to be honest, I think I'm all for the show getting a second season. As long as they have more story to tell. I really hope that they don't drag it out. I hope that maybe the story ends after season 2 because here's the thing: there's not a huge gap of time between what's going on right now and Maul's death in Rebels. So, I mean, yeah, it's, tell more story if there's more story to tell, but don't make it seem like.
Isn't there like 10 or 15 years? I'm pretty sure that's what Whitmore said. He said there's like 10 or 15 years before we know what happens at the end.
It's more than that because Ezra was born on Empire Day. And I want to say he was 15 already at season 1 of Rebels. And I think Maul died in season 3. So he would have been like 18 at the time. You're looking at like a year prior to the Battle of Yavin that Maul died.
But I get what Cam is saying.
You're looking at like maybe 17 or 18 years of operation between Order 66 and the time he passes. So
yeah, but I get what Cam is saying. I agree, the quality over quantity. I mean, if they end up doing 3 or 4 seasons, but they're to this quality, great. But if they're going to do 3 or 4 seasons just to do 3 or 4 seasons and milk the story dry, I'd rather just have the 2 seasons, like with Andor.
I really don't see Sam letting that happen. As far as letting the quality drop, because he is so involved in this. I mean, he's producer, and
I was going to say he's got a
him and Filoni are like this. I don't see that happening. Because I mean, even past Solo, you could have stories and bring in Kira.
Yeah.
And
have a bit of a time jump there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if this goes on for several seasons, sure, it could lead right up to Solo or past Solo.
Past Solo. Well, and what better way to, because that was one of the big questions that everybody had with Solo was what happens next? You know, what happens with Kira? Why is Maul? You know, what is he doing? What's going to happen with all of this? And what better way to answer all of those questions? Yeah, would we like to see another Solo movie? Yes, but it has to be about Solo.
Right.
It's not necessarily going to be about Kira and what was it, Rising Sun?
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn. Right. It doesn't necessarily have to be about that. It can just be Solo doing Solo stuff, working for Jabba or whatever else he's doing. You know, whereas we can have all of this, okay, we've split now. Now we're doing an offshoot of Solo. We're doing a spin-off of the Solo movie and we're completing Kira's story.
Yeah.
So just my thought. Filoni, you know, make it happen. We know it's all good.
Sam, we know you're listening, so just pitch this to Filoni.
We know you watch.
Yeah.
So you've got.
You're more than welcome to come on the show too. Open invite.
Debbie, go get in your closet over there and turn him loose for a minute. And...
Take the duct tape off real quick. Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He just needs to listen. That's all.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, put the duct tape back on.
Now we did get another character from Clone Wars, and that was the Mandalorian girl, Rook Cast.
That's right. Oh, she was great.
And again, just kind of her. She's just kind of she's like the right hand.
Yeah.
You know, she's like the secretary. You know, everything checks out and we're all good. And
she had like good comedic timing without necessarily saying jokes, if that makes sense. At least I thought so. Yeah.
Well, and she's not, again, we're early, but it doesn't seem to me like she's got any kind of underlying, okay, we're gonna help Maul out until he. We lost Cam.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna help Maul until he no longer serves our purpose, and then we're gonna overthrow him. And there he is.
Sorry about that. Audio was getting messed up.
Oh. But she doesn't seem at this point to have a secondary purpose. Like one of these days, we're going to betray Maul and take over his empire. Once it's built up, we're just going to jump in and take it over, kind of thing.
To be honest, I was almost kind of detecting a hint of jealousy from her that Maul was looking for an apprentice. I almost got the impression that she was thinking to herself, "Well, why can't I be the apprentice?"
Exactly. Ooh, what if there's an end of season battle between her and who Maul recruited?
That'd be interesting. I almost kind of want a battle between her and Maul, just to kind of mirror, Maul's initial conflict with the Mandalorians with like pre-Vizsla and all that.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only reason she's even with Maul because, he feels everybody has betrayed him. Sidious, the syndicates, all of them. They've all betrayed him. But she was with him as part of the Maul Mandalorian, whatever they were called.
Well, it was basically Death Watch. But
Death Watch, whatever. And, she was captured at the Siege of Mandalore. And somehow she got out. I don't know if Maul went and got her or if she found a way out or because of Order 66. Everything's chaos and she was able to escape.
Somehow she was able to escape.
Yeah. But I don't think the way he's feeling right now, I don't think he'd have anybody who he thought would betray him.
Mm-hmm.
and that he's worked with before.
Well, and honestly, too, the way that he moves, the way that when the Pikes, this is a prime example. When they take the Pike's ship, they take it to the planet, they land it there. He goes on, and they shut the door. And basically, it's and basically they're just sitting out there waiting. Okay, all right, he's done. Let's go in. So you see something like that, and you look at it and you go, "We're not going to beat him." No. You know, look at the way he's handling all of this. There's no way we're going to take him. Well, he can die of old age, or maybe there's going to be somebody out there that can get him, and that's fine. When they do, I'm right here. I can step in command. I'm the chief lieutenant or whatever. I'm the second. I'm the right hand, whatever you want to call her. I can take over if he falls, but I'm not going to try and take it from him because I can't. I know that I can't. So,
well, we got that great hallway scene fight with Maul where he just maybe that's what you're talking about, where he just fought everyone. And
all the best scenes are hallway scenes, I swear.
I was going to say, Star Wars, if they can do one thing right, it's a hallway scene. So
Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil. Oh. Twice they did great hallway scenes in Daredevil.
And you want to know something that I noticed about this show that I really appreciate? Everybody who fires a gun in this show freaking hits something.
Yes.
like the one Zabrak who had the Gatling gun. I mean, that guy was on point. I mean, the car chase through the city. I mean, he was mowing them down.
Yeah, I liked that. And I think that fits with the more mature show. They can do stuff like that, maybe, which I do like.
And again, too, this is another reason why I'm enjoying this. This so far is not, we get into this Star Wars universe, and yes, I like the Jedi and I like the lore behind the Jedi, but this one is, yes, there's Jedi involved, but it's not all about
they're not the main focus,
right? This is the human side of things, and I say that obviously they're not human, they're aliens, whatever, but this is more the un-Jedi way of looking. Maybe this was even one of those ones where we could have looked at it and said, this is what the Acolyte needed to be.
I was just about to say that.
Yes,
exactly.
This is what the Acolyte needed to be.
It's what the Acolyte wishes it was.
It was what that.
So, speaking of Acolyte, Cam, you missed the first part of this, but we're Andrew and I were looking at Rebel Scum Con, and it's here in Frisco in August, and Manny Jacinto is going to be there.
Oh, nice.
So.
Oh, great. The one good thing about the show.
The one good thing about the Acolyte.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So.
I loved when, towards the end of episode 2, when the Jedi's in the prison, and Maul is like, you can leave whenever. And initially she's like, no, I can't. And he's testing her with her powers. And then I was like, oh, that's beautiful right there. And then at the end, when she tries to push open the door and it doesn't work, and then she sees the gap, she's like, whoosh.
I was like, she was trying to undo the lock is what she was doing.
Right. That's what I meant. Yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, I can't undo the lock, so I'll just push the rest of the room away from the wall.
Oh,
so
it was so
walk
good.
Out the back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that was intentional. I think he wanted her to use her cunning, her strength, as opposed to her wits.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it was so good.
So.
And a great way to end an episode too, I thought.
Well, and she's not. How do I want to put this? She's not. She knows Maul is evil. She knows he's a threat, but she's also not. She also doesn't seem like she's. How do I want to put this? She's not scared of him.
She's not picky about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, It's almost like she's kind of halfway there, and two, I think she was getting annoyed at her master. Oh well, we can just swipe these; they won't miss them.
Right.
No, we can rely on the kindness of strangers. And she's looking at it, going, "We're starving. We need to eat. We need
it's
to
a
do
little
something."
bit of that.
Why
I know
can't she
everything.
work?
Well, and I think that
Obi-Wan was working. He was cutting up a crate dragon.
and her name isn't spoken yet in the show, but the subtitles had her name as Devon.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think that she's the perfect kind of character for Maul to make or attempt to make as his apprentice, because she clearly already has a lot of bitterness, towards this galaxy that has basically turned its back on her. She harbors a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, and Maul, as he just knows how to bring that out. He did the exact same thing with Ezra.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get y'all's take on this too, because I saw a TikTok about this, and I don't know how to. I mean, I kind of I have my thoughts on it, but I want to hear y'all's. They said that the only, and again, this is somebody ranting on TikTok, so take it with a grain of salt. Take it with whatever you will.
Oh boy, will I!
But
this is gonna be good.
They basically said that this Maul series is going to fail, and it will fail miserably. And the reason is, hold on. This is not me speaking. This is whoever this jackass was on. I almost sent it to you, but then I
was gonna say I haven't seen anybody say anything.
But well, he hasn't watched it yet at this point. This is why it's going to fail. Basically, this was prior to watching it. But this is why it's going to fail, because everything that Disney has done as far as a series goes is, except for Andor, is basically a lonely drifter or a set of lonely drifters picking up a child or a preteen or a teenager and taking them on this, they pair up and they go off and have adventures. And then he said, this was his reasoning, was we as Star Wars fans are sick to death of this. The original trilogy didn't have any kids in it. The prequel trilogy didn't have any kids except for Anakin, but that was only in the first movie. But we're tired of these kid things. He said Obi-Wan had little baby Leia in it. The Mandalorian, that's all it is the Mandalorian and Grogu. The Acolyte, even though she was a little bit older, she's still a kid. He said we're sick of the rough and tumble, somebody taking with a kid and running with it. Now again, Bad Batch, that was another one that was brought up. Was you got the group and they've got a little kid with them. It's like, I'm just sick.
What? I didn't do it.
Just me, or okay. Maybe it was just me then. All I saw was Debbie go pixelated, and then everything was hunky dory.
Oh yeah,
it's weird.
Okay.
No, it's went back. But anyway, so there's this whole stigma of we've got the lone hero with the kid, and we're just tired of it. Now, to be fair, this one isn't really a kid. To me, she seems, or if she is, she's very mature for a kid.
Yeah.
But
I'd say late teens.
I would say late teens as well. So
I think with any trope, it's all about if it's done right or not. I mean, every trope's been overused. I feel like this is going to be done right just based off the first two episodes.
Yeah, but okay. So here's the thing. This is my observation about that, and I totally get where these critiques are coming from. I mean, I get that, but think about this. How did the original trilogy start?
Exactly.
Obi-Wan taking Luke under his wing. How did the prequel trilogy start? Qui-Gon taking Anakin under his wing. How did the sequel trilogy start? Han Solo taking Rey under his wing. Like a quote-unquote master-apprentice relationship is literally the core of the entire Star Wars mythos. So Well, so the formula clearly works. Why would they deviate from that? Now, I understand that when it happens time and time and time again, yes, the trope can get a little bit old. I get that, but here's the thing: in every single series and every single movie and stuff that we get that uses this trope, it is done differently every time.
Yep.
So. And they manage to keep the idea fresh with every new story, and I think that works. Now, Andor is definitely an outlier because obviously we didn't get any of that with Andor, and you know, for most of us, that's part of what makes that show so special. But Andor is the exception to the rule.
Well, Andor's the exception to the rule. Plus, a lot of you're dealing with Jedi, and a lot of the Jedi stuff is the master and apprentice, or the Sith. You've got the rule of two. You've got the master and the apprentice. But with Andor, you're dealing with a rebellion that has nothing to do with any of that. Right. And even still, you could go so far as to say with Andor, you had Andor and his character was taken under by what's his name?
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah. You could take it that far and say, yeah, he was under him, so it kind of sort of makes sense. But
the thing is, as much as the four of us loved Andor, there was plenty of people who hated it because it was so boring.
Well, there's no bricks and screws. Dumb. Oh, I know. What was the lead argument? There's bricks and screws. I'm like, so?
I'm just saying, it's like...
Yeah. Oh, Andor was...
like Cam said, this is the mythos of Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's what it always has been.
This is the crux.
It's the hero's journey.
Yeah.
And now, I think in this one, Maul is definitely not the hero. We all know that.
But this is his story.
Right. It's his story.
And they have found...
He's the hero because the show's named after him, so he has to be the hero, right?
I was going to say, it's a good thing that they can
hero of the crime syndicates.
It's always a good thing when they can find fresh ways to retell the core of the story. And so, yeah, I don't have an issue with it. There's always going to be the good and the bad with any kind of trope, if you will. So,
yeah.
It's all in the storytelling, and if they fail at the storytelling, which again, I do not think Sam Witwer's going to let that happen because he has played Maul for 15 years. This is his soul.
He cares too much.
His heart and soul. He is not going to let that happen.
No.
Well, you've got, and to just to put the nail in the coffin on that Sam Witwer thing, you've got Sam Witwer involved in this. And I know, and you can go on YouTube or whatever and find any kind of interview with this man. I've talked to this man before. This guy is a Star Wars super geek. All right. He is like the geekiest of Star Wars geeks. The Star Wars geeks look at him and go, dude, you're a geek. Shut up. But you've got him that's involved with this. So you've got mega super geek, but then you've also got Dave Filoni that's involved. And Dave Filoni is not only mega super geek, but Dave Filoni is mega super geek that studied under George Lucas. So you've got the mega geek and the apprentice that studied under the master. And it's basically like the perfect storm of we're in for some good stuff. That's all I'm going to say. It's got to be good. It's going to be good. There's no way that and I hate saying that because there's going to be something, but for me, I don't see any way. I'm like you, Debbie. I don't see any way that this could be bad because of who's involved with it. The only way that
which is why I think it got greenlit for season 2 immediately
before season 1 was even out.
Yes, immediately. I think there's a lot of confidence there. You got probably the 2 geekiest Star Wars people working on it. I just think there's a lot of confidence, and they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Knock on wood.
I could think of a few ways it could go bad.
No, get out. We'll send Maul after you.
Plot twist. The Maul that was killed by Obi-Wan Kenobi in Rebels was a clone of the real Maul.
Maybe if Netflix did the show.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I hope we're not in that alternate universe where that is the show.
Or the world between worlds. We'll throw that in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, man.
When Maul was killed by Obi-Wan, he sent his soul to a clone body out on Exegol.
Well, you know what? Darth Sidious had clones. He worked with Darth Sidious, so maybe they.
Yeah, I think the same guy that said that was also the one that was, or maybe that was a different guy, but he was talking about some of the worst things in Star Wars and or the worst lines in Star Wars, and one of them was, I think number one was somehow Palpatine survived. You're going to dismiss 30 years, 40 years of Star Wars lore just to bring him back as a clone. And I'm like, jackass, you do realize that the clones are part of that lore. And Palpatine coming back as a clone is also part of that lore. Even if you want to go back to Legends, before all this happened, that was part of the lore.
In the comics.
You're out of your mind, you moron. You don't know what you're talking about. You're somebody that jumped on the bandwagon when The Force Awakens first came out, and now you think you know everything. You don't know squat. Sorry, ranting. I bet. Didn't mean that.
Now, what I found interesting is Maul and the gang, they're in that jail, prison, whatever you want to call it, to break out Vario.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, Maul's been having these visions of evidently Devin, or you know,
The Apprentice.
He senses it. Yeah. And so but what I thought was interesting, I mean, he sliced and diced everybody that was there except for Lawson.
Mm.
And I'm like, I think he's going to try and use him somehow. I don't know how.
Ooh.
But why else would you not kill him?
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory about that, actually, because I was thinking about that too. I think that the show is going to throw like a major twist. I mean, I'm not even going to make a joke out of this or anything. I think that Lawson's son is the one about whom Maul was having visions of being his apprentice. I think his son is Force sensitive because the one scene that we've seen Riley in, he's holding a trophy. I think that whatever the kid does, athletic, whatever, I think the Force helped him win that trophy. I think that he saw Lawson and his son in his vision, and I think he's going to try and make him his apprentice. And I think that Devin is just a means to that end.
I think that'll piss off a lot of people.
Probably.
A lot of people are...
Star Wars existing pisses off a lot of people.
I know, but everybody's, Darth telling.
Yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah. But I will say, as cool as Maul Shadow Lord is as a title, when Debbie said Maul and the Gang, way better title right there. Saturday morning cartoon right there. Maul and the Gang.
Maul and the boys.
Maul and the boys. Maul and the boys go to the mall.
And I really liked how they who was it? Oh, Vario was trying to tell Lawson about the Shadow Collective, which he's never heard of. And probably a lot of people haven't heard of.
How much security you got here?
Well, the thing is, and that's another reason Maul's pissed off, is because he had this collective, Shadow Collective, where he had merged all these syndicates together, and he was the godfather of them all. And it's also mentioned in the show that after the Clone Wars or Order 66, he just vanished, which pretty much ties in with season 7, where he's trying to get Ahsoka to help him or whatever, and he just escapes, and that's the last we see of him until Rebels. But that's further down the line. So once he vanished and the Empire started to rise, the syndicates, the Shadow Collective kind of disbanded, and they all went their separate ways and did their own thing, and he's pretty pissed about it.
Well, I guess we'll see, and maybe this show is going to lead up to the reason he was on Malachor when we see him in Rebels.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm actually looking at the guy's name who does the voice of, what's his name? Vario. His name is Chris Diamantopoulos.
Bless you.
Uh-huh.
Never heard of him. But a lot of voice actors, unless
he's he's been in a ton of stuff. He was actually a voice in Jedi Survivor, the video game Jedi Survivor.
I didn't play that.
I'm same boat.
It's a fantastic game.
He's Justice League. He was the voice in the Justice League animated series. He was the voice of Green Arrow. He's been in a lot of voiceover work.
I'm looking at the cast too, and Vanessa Marshall, the voice actor who voiced Rook, she also voiced Hera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
okay. He was in like 5 episodes of The Office, but the big kicker, he was Mo in the Three Stooges movie.
Oh wow!
So there you go.
Don't know any of those.
I'll be curious to see who he was in The Office.
He was. Hang on, I got this. It's he was in an episode of Community too. He was Brian in 5 episodes of The Office.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look him up. I don't know. I know The Office, but not the name. But let me look it up.
He's in Boston Legal, The Sopranos. Just little one episode things. He's been in a lot of one episode of Nip Tuck, one episode of Charmed, one episode of Frasier, Third Watch.
Done a lot of guesswork.
Law and Order. He's been in a lot of, one shots and a ton of voiceover work. So I'm sure I've heard him somewhere. And the Three Stooges, I love that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I thought it was great. If you didn't watch it, Debbie, go watch it. It's funny.
I didn't even know there was a Three Stooges movie.
It's a good little chuckle. It's worth to turn on like a Saturday while you're doing the dishes kind of thing. Because and I don't think it's that long either. Yeah, it's like an hour and a half. Oh, it's on HBO Max. There you go. So go watch it. It's hilarious. But anyway, anything else for Maul? We good? Can't wait for Monday. Can't wait for Mondays now.
Definitely.
Outside of the fact I have to get up earlier, which I'm not very happy about.
I have decided that I'm just going to wait till I get home. I'll wait till I get home from work on Mondays. And
just don't open up TikTok.
Yeah, just don't open up anything. Don't stay off social media.
You know me?
I'm not talking about you, Debbie. I'm talking about me.
Yeah. Don't open up anything Debbie says. If you see Debbie shared a video, just be like, nope.
No, I try not to, because there are several times I wanted to send some TikToks about the Maul show, and I was like, I don't know if they've watched it yet. So I just wait, you know,
Andy, so in the chat, once everybody has watched it, just once you've seen it, just send out just watched it.
Yeah, I'll try to
send out a chat. Just say watched it. That way Debbie can send everybody TikToks. And
well, I just wait for Andrew because he's the one that I send a lot of TikToks to. We send a lot of TikToks to each other. And so I just wait for him. And once he sends me a TikTok that's related to whatever it is we're watching, I'm like, okay, I'm safe now. I can talk to him about this.
Oh, speaking of talking to, I'm not going to be able to watch The Pit right away this evening. I've got to run to the grocery store real quick. So I will probably be behind you as far as The Pit goes tonight. So if it's an amazing episode, we still got like 2 episodes left this season. So if it's an amazing episode, just say, oh, wow, I can't believe that happened. And hold your tongue until
and just say, OMG.
Yeah.
Or holy shit.
Holy smokes. Yeah.
Depends on what happens as to what my reaction will be. So.
Pinkies.
Gee Willikers even.
Oh, golly.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Oh,
you need to bring back phrases like that.
Yeah.
Heavens to Betsy.
Oh, I love. My mom says that all the time.
All right. Shameless plugs. What do we got tonight, Debbie? Thursday.
Yeah, Saturday. I assume we'll have a Geek Gauntlet, although we didn't have one last week. Sunday, a new episode of the miniseries Battlestar Galactica will come out. Let's see. And then Monday, we'll be back discussing episode freaking 4.
Already.
Huh?
Already.
Yeah. Episode 4 of Daredevil, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Woo!
It was cinema.
Man, I was crapping my pants the whole time. Anyways, Tuesday, our friends over at the Sith Dominion podcast here on YouTube, they will be discussing also Darth Maul that evening because it drops in the morning. So they'll be discussing that.
Maul and the gang.
Yeah, Maul and the gang. Wednesday, yesterday, War of the Stars dropped an episode about the Ewoks and that they're evil. So
they are.
Go check that.
They're cannibals.
Go check that out. But they'll be dropping a new episode next Wednesday. And then we'll be back with another fabulous 2 episodes of Maul and the Gang.
Awesome. Cam, shameless plugs. What have you got?
This Sunday over on Cam and Focus, we're gonna talk about Chuck Norris. We didn't get that. We weren't able to do it this past Sunday. We all kind of had other things going on, unfortunately. I mean, I'm freaking moving again, but this is going to be our forever home. Hopefully this is the last time. So I have to get ready for that. But
something else you forgot about Sunday, and you ran into this last year a little bit. Sunday was a holiday, if I recall correctly.
Easter. So we all had shit to do.
I was just saying that's what I was doing. So
I think it was like Mother's Day, then Father's Day, then we had like 3 or 4 shows last year that it was like everything fell on a Sunday.
Yeah, I gotta figure something out. Figure something else out there. There's got to be a better day to do this, like Thursday night maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty free Thursday night. So
or if there's a holiday on a Sunday, just record it on a different day and then have it air on Sunday.
Yeah,
that's what we did over Christmas.
Yeah, that might be what I have to do. But my problem is I'm so bad with keeping track of dates that like I will forget that Sunday is a holiday until Sunday. So
yeah.
But it's something I'll try to get better about. But yeah, over on Cam and Focus this Sunday, we're going to be talking about Chuck Norris. So I watched a Chuck Norris movie to prepare for it. and it's I forget exactly what it's called. It's a Lone Wolf McQuaid. That's what that is.
I watched that too. Yeah.
Holy moly, what a freaking ridiculous movie! But well, ridiculous in all the best ways.
I'm gonna send Chuck Norris after you. So,
I'm gonna be haunted by Chuck Norris's ghost.
And actually, we're not talking about Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is talking about us on Sunday. So
Yeah. Well, Chuck Norris's ghost is possessing us to talk about him. So
yeah.
But that's going to be this Sunday over on Cam and Focus, 8 p.m. Central Standard.
Awesome. Andrew, you're up.
Aha.
What do you got? Shameless plugs.
Well, I guess Cam's got to go now.
Yeah.
Saturday night on the Dingus Den, we'll be going live for our Smallville reviews. We'll be doing Rosetta and Visitor, episodes 17 and 18 from season 2. So we're almost done with season 2. We have, after this week, we'll have 2 more sets of 2 episodes and then the finale of season 2. So yeah, and then we'll be in season 3. So we'll be 20% done with the show. So
awesome.
It's crazy. And Rosetta apparently is the episode that Christopher Reeve is in. So and I know that because the IMDb cover has him. So thank you, IMDb, for spoiling a show that came out 25 years ago.
I do recall that.
Yeah.
I think he's in a couple of episodes.
It seemed like he was in 1 or 2 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so sorry.
What's next? Clark Kent becomes Superman or something? Like what?
Oh no, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. No, I didn't think so. Yeah.
Oh, guess what else too? Clark doesn't end up with Lana. No.
Don't remind me. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm really enjoying the show, and it looks like that's going to be a great episode. So, looking forward to it.
I have nothing special as of yet. I've got some items on the burner, but nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing I'm ready to announce just yet. How about that? So that's going to do it for us. You guys have a great weekend. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Go watch Maul. Go watch Daredevil. Go watch us.
Yeah.
On Mondays and Thursdays. We'll see all of you next week. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon for notifications. May the force be with you.
That's him. He's the one who destroyed Khan. You call Han Solo a bitch, man. Han Solo is a bitch. No one calls Han Solo a bitch.